Hey guys, so I'm back here on Rabbit Care Gang, and this week's theme, or I think, yeah, it was like last week's theme really, but I'm kind of late. But anyways, I was chosen by me, and it was to tell your rabbit story, and the challenge was to make a frozen treat for your bun. So I'm just going to go ahead with the rabbit story part. So about 2 summers ago, I had wanted a larger animal, a new pet pretty much. I didn't really want a smaller pet because I had pretty much just had smaller pets all my life. I never really had a larger pet. So I had found rabbits and researched them, and I had decided that I really wanted one. So I asked my parents and they said no. So pretty much I spent about 3 months begging them and researching and studying everything you need to know about rabbits. I made like budget plans, I made all the supplies that I need, I bought things, and I made like little trivia questions about rabbits just to prove to them that I was responsible and I knew what I was talking about and I knew that I could care for it properly. So finally, at around the end of the summer, my parents said I could get a rabbit, which I was so excited about. So I did look at some of the adoption agencies around me in that 2 months, but I had kind of wanted a younger rabbit, specifically a baby rabbit, because then I was under the impression that a younger rabbit would be easier to tame and bond with, and it wouldn't carry any baggage, and that can be true for some species of animals. I think the ones with shorter lifespans, sometimes you'll see like a change in their energy level if you get like a 1.5-year-old hamster versus a baby hamster, because they have a short lifespan. But for rabbits, since they do have a pretty long lifespan, what are you doing, Toffee? I don't really see a big difference in Toffee's energy level from when he was a young rabbit to now when he's almost 2 years old. So I went to my local mom and pop shop type pet store, and I found, well, they had a cage with 3 rabbits. There was one that was black, one that was dark brown, and one that looks like Toffee, because that was Toffee. And they all pretty much had that same kind of Dutch-like markings, but still kind of spotty, and they were all lop ears, but then their ears were kind of like just falling type thing, so they looked pretty cute. And I had originally kind of wanted a girl. I wasn't like hugely, I want a girl, not a boy. It didn't really matter to me that much, but I preferred a girl. And the pet store, they had told me that Toffee was living with his 2 brothers. They knew for sure that they were boys, and they said that Toffee might be a girl, but they weren't really sure. So I got Toffee anyhow, and he did turn out to be a boy, obviously, but that's fine. And that is pretty much Toffee's beginning. I brought him home, and Toffee was probably one of the pets that I was the most dedicated to, just because he actually took almost a year until he let me pet him, and that was with letting him out for like 4 hours each day, just for him to run around. And I mean, he never was like aggressive or territorial towards me. He just wasn't always confident, and he didn't really want to be touched at all. But after having him for around a year, maybe like 10 months, he started letting me pet him, and now he can like sit in my lap, and we're just like best buddies now. So I think all that hard work and dedication really made him into the rabbit he is today, and I'm pretty proud of how confident and friendly he is now. Okay, so to make a frozen ice pop for your rabbit, you're going to need a bit of water and a small bowl. You're going to need some of your rabbit's favorite fruits or vegetables. Toffee isn't a big fan of like icy treats, but I'm hoping this will tempt him, as I have some parsley and some raspberries, and he loves both of those. You're going to need a knife, a spoon, and you're going to need something to put the ice pops in. Some people use ice cube trays, but I find these much easier to feed, as they already have the little stick thing, and you can just give it to your pet like that. Instead of like putting it in a bowl, you can kind of just bond with them and feed it to them separately. And you can buy these at Dollarama or any dollar store for like $1. Okay, so you're first just going to want to cut up your vegetables, which I already did. I also cut up the raspberry, and then you're going to want to put it in your little bowl with half of it filled with water and half of it filled with the vegetables and fruit. So it just kind of looks like that. And then just mix it together. And then all you have to do next, there's already a little piece of carrot, you're just going to put your mixture into your little tray or whatever you're using, and I just usually push it down and put some water in, then put some of the vegetables in, put some more water in, and then you're just going to stick on the little top. And then all you have to do is put it in the freezer, wait for it to freeze, and then when you're ready to serve it, I would make sure that you melt it a little bit. So you could either do that with your hand or put it under some water, and that just kind of helps it because a rabbit's teeth might chip if it's like eating an ice cube. I just take that precaution, and I find with this version that once you melt it, the ice kind of melts away, but you kind of get a pop that's just made from vegetables. So it's pretty cool. There's not a lot of water in it, which is good, and my pets seem to like a lot. And you can always switch up the flavors. Here I just have watermelon and grape, and then over here I have tomato and carrot. But I always find it good to use a type of watery vegetable or fruit like raspberries, watermelon, tomato to help make the natural juices and flavor the water. So that's how to make your easy ice pop for your bun.